Hi. I'm Dave Arnold, the founder and CTO of Retrieve Technologies.
Good afternoon. I'm Jude McColgan. So I think first we wanted to thank the New Hampshire High Tech Council. It's absolutely wonderful to celebrate innovation in New Hampshire, and it's especially humbling to celebrate it after having spent the last hour and a half here and visiting some of the other the finalists. So our thanks. What we wanted to do is briefly explain a little bit of the trends that we've seen in the last 10 years to give context to how we've thought about innovation and how we've thought about building out our technology platform. And there's really kind of three areas that I'll touch on. One is mobility. You know, today we have computers in our pockets. There are more phones than there are people. There are 2 billion smartphones in the world. It's become the norm, and it's a mega trend. The second is video. We love the consumption of video. It's highly engaging. 60% of the traffic that goes on the mobile networks today is video-based traffic, and that's driven by consumer demand. And so businesses are caught a little bit flat-footed here. And so we've built our product to be mobile first and video first. And the third is around the cloud. You know, we think about this in the context of the old world, which was enterprise, and now being in the cloud and the SaaS-based model. All of that information can be stored, can be easily accessed, retrieved, and hence our name, Retrieve Technologies. So we've built our platform with these trends that have occurred in the last 10 years or so. I think what we'd like to do is share with you a little bit about our growth. We've been thinking about these for years. We've been thinking about how this conversion would come together. We've been working on our software for about 3 or 4 years, but really specifically in the last year as we've gone from a handful of people to now 30 people within just the last 2 months, and we're going to about another 40 or 50 people for next year. Okay?
Over to me. Great. What we did was we pulled from 4 different technologies to put it together. Mike, myself, and his team. We looked at different technologies. We looked at YouTube. Everybody likes the video of YouTube. It's a great way to communicate information. It's a lot quicker than text. But it was built on an amateur platform, so to speak. It wasn't built for professional use. It doesn't have the ability to control who sees what, where, when. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to build a platform that was for professional content delivery. We looked at ebooks. We looked at ebooks, and what we liked about ebooks was the ability to deliver it in a container. It's got the ability with a table of contents and index to organize that information. And that's what we didn't see in the YouTube, the ability to organize a lot of information. Problem with the ebooks was it's text, not video. We looked at iTunes, because one of the important factors for us was the ability to deliver professional knowledge and content at affordable prices. And what we liked about iTunes was they had taken and built it a full back end, which allows them to deliver the information with a very low cost of goods and consequently sell you a song for $1.29. And we wanted to be able to do the same thing, be able to sell you knowledge for $1.29, accessible anywhere, anytime. And so the last piece that Mike and I worked on diligently was the app side of it, the ability to deliver it as an app on your phone so we can be anywhere, anytime, and with a click of the button, be able to get access to that information.
So what we have is a video communications platform. We think this is an absolute game changer. It allows us to create content fast, in some cases 30 to 50% faster than structured-based or textual-based information. But it's video that's new type of video. It's video there where there's a person. It's highly engaging. It's video that has a new way of explaining, of showing, of demonstrating, and of testing. These are the capabilities we've built. So it has a professional platform on top of it, and then it has the ability to measure and do analytics with it. So what we'd like to do is share one particular example of how our product is already in use, and that happens to be in the government sector.
Okay, so we wanted to build a platform for not only consumers, but the enterprise. And a good example of how the product's being used, the Department of Agriculture contacted us. They had 1,500 people in 30 offices that needed to be trained on a product that typically takes about 3 weeks to train. They needed everybody trained in a month. How do you do that? They could either take the top quality trainers that they wanted to have trained and ship 1,500 people to a location, or they could hire 30 trainers and send them out to 30 offices. What we did is we took those 2 trainers, they sat down, they trained the camera, so to speak. When they were done, we created 15 knowledge apps, as we call them, and we were able, within a couple weeks, to distribute 15 titles to the 1,500 people, and everyone was trained within a month. The piece that the CAD manager liked was not, she said it was the quickest implementation that she'd ever had on a product. Why? Because it wasn't just the initial training. A lot of people get caught up in the training. It's the retention of that knowledge afterwards. And what she really liked was a day, a week, a month later, people were able to quickly go to their phone. How do I do this? Get the answer and continue working. And allowed them to implement the product quicker than any other product they've ever done before.
So we have about 20 customers today. We're growing. I thought I'd share a particular use case that's kind of forward-leaning, something that we're working on. We've been approached by somebody in the state to try and solve this issue around education. The governor talked about it. So we can take the absolute best teachers in the world. We can use our technology to kind of clone that, if you will, even though it sounds a little bit spooky. And we can prepare the absolute best prep SAT guide, okay, with video-based technology on our platform to the millennial generation that likes it in tablets and mobility. We can do this incredibly cost-effective. Today, there are about 60,000 students in New Hampshire alone. About a quarter of those are juniors who are preparing. They can consume our technology on our platform for about $2.99. So we can cover all of that for under $45,000. Okay? So these are the things that we're working on. We prepared a short video that we'd like to share with you that gives a little bit more context to the specific of the technology and of the product. Okay?
Communicate better, engage more, be faster. Retrieve Technologies has developed a new video communications platform that is changing how we share knowledge. We all know the power of video. It's a wonderful tool for sharing information, but retaining information is hard. Cognitive science research shows that we forget 50% of what we heard in a presentation 1 hour later, and 90% a week later. Our software platform is the solution. Our platform has 3 components. The first is video optimization. Video uploaded to the platform in any format is encoded and transcoded. We then transcribe and timestamp each spoken word in the video so every single word is searchable. Think about it in terms of an instructional book or manual. It would be impossible to find what you need without a table of contents, chapters, or an index. That concept holds true for video. Our technology allows you to retrieve specific video information when you need it, in real time, on your mobile device or desktop. Our platform brings value by organizing your video content. YouTube is great, but if you need specific video information in a timely fashion, you don't want to be fishing through dozens of YouTube videos to find the answers. Our tools offer a professional platform so businesses can manage their content and access it easily. The second component is controlled distribution. Most companies don't want all their information in the public domain. We have the ability to share select information with different audiences. For instance, Stryker makes medical devices. Stryker sales reps need to show what their products can do, while hospital staff and patients need to be trained on how to use the Stryker equipment. Our software disseminates different versions of video content and assign who gets it and for how long. Our analytics track who has seen what and when they saw it. We also notify people when there are updates. Our technology certifies whether people understand the content, and our video tools make it simple for them to submit their answers in video form. The third component is support. How many of us have looked down in that broken copier, completely confounded? You need help now. Imagine if you hit the QR code and are able to access the correct virtual manual for that piece of equipment in video form. Maybe your problem is solved, maybe not. Next, imagine communicating directly with a customer service representative by sharing a video of the problem you're experiencing, showing it to them rather than trying to explain the issue. Our technology has the power to transform customer service, saving companies money and saving the rest of us time and aggravation. Retrieve Technologies is innovation for video communications and mobile distribution. Welcome to the future.
So, I've been in the software industry for 20 years. I've spent 10 of those years with a big company called Oracle, and I've worked across 3 different continents. I've never been so excited about the technology. I've never been so excited about the time that we have right now. And Dave's been in the startup world and has been the founder of successfully 3 companies.
And I'm more excited about this than any of the things I've dealt with in the past, mostly because of the number of people we think this can affect.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.